My name is Henry Waddington and I'm singing Sir John Falstaff in Verdi's Falstaff. The process of learning the role started about a year ago. I always start from the text is the most important thing for me, so I start to learn the text, start to translate the text, then learn the notes on top of that, try and marry them together, and then the horrible process of trying to memorize everything before we get to rehearsals. And then we spent 6 weeks having a bit of a laugh in a little room in South London, going through scene by scene, working out what we'll be doing, how we'll be doing it, and the stunts and the everything else that goes into putting the opera on. A few months ago, the choreographer Tim Clayton, who's actually a very old friend of mine, rang me and said, "How would you feel about flying?" Unfortunately, he didn't mean in an aeroplane to some Caribbean island. He actually meant on a little wire hanging over the stage at Garsington. So I said yes at the time. I don't know if I'm going to regret that.
I'm Yvonne Howard and I am singing Mistress Quickly in Falstaff at Garsington this year. When you're working with a lot of friends, very old friends in some cases, people I've known 20, 30 years, you know each other's little weak spots. So you know how to make someone else corpse, they know how to make you corpse. So there are just times when you have to aim at a forehead, not the eyes, because you just see a corner of a mouth go and you think, no, help.
Musically, this has just been second to none. Richard Farnes being in the pit has just been an absolute joy from day one. I mean, he's so calm and so kind, very, very clear about the ideas that he wants to shine through in the music, and very clear at showing that from the pit. The Philharmonia is just wonderful to sing with. You feel so supported. Bruno and I made a decision about Sir John very early on in the process that he had to be real. He is a comic character, but he has to be a real character, otherwise it's just not funny. I'm a huge fan of all the old 70s and 80s sitcoms, when you have people, the great actors like Ronnie Barker, who do these wonderful characters, but they're not caricatures. They're all real people that you can actually believe in, and that's where I wanted to come from. So actually the journey I do as Sir John throughout the evening, to me as an actor, is very real, and quite a lot of it isn't funny to me, but it comes across, thankfully, as funny to the audience.
There's a wonderful scene in the opera where we have to get Falstaff, who is wearing a fat suit, and he's not a small person anyway, he's very tall, long-legged, and he's wearing this huge fat suit, and we have to squish him into a box. But so he can get himself into a position where he can still peep out and see the conductor, and Richard is amazing. He really gives a very clear beat, but it's a challenge, and we have to get the right amount of laundry under him, the right amount of laundry over him, and it all has to happen very time specifically, because otherwise he'll be seen by Alice's husband Ford. So yeah, it's been a technical challenge, but also great fun.
There's a little boy actor, Anch, who plays my page throughout the whole evening, and there's a lot of conspiratorial action between the two of us. In the first act, we're playing chess throughout the whole scene, and when he arrived first in the rehearsals, I haven't played chess since school days. I can just about remember which piece moves how it moves. So I set up the chess pieces that I thought would be quite good, and he said, "That's just impossible, you can't have it like that." So he ended up moving everything around. And of course, me being, I don't know, just older and more forgetful, I'll forget to do something and I'll look at him at a different point rather than how we set it. He picks it up straight away, and we'll just go with it. He's very, very good.